I get so many people telling me, hey, it's really cool that you can bring in a design from Figma and then use AI to create different prototypes out of this design or refine this design in general. But what if we want to build out the design from scratch using AI and then bring that design that AI generated into Figma, where you can then continue out the design process in Figma and then eventually combine it with your own components and so on and so forth. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. And before we dive into today's topic, I'd love to invite you guys to our Discord community. We are called the Creator Network, where a bunch of different startup founders, designers, developers from all around the world. And we get together every single weekday to talk about different tools, different topics, different challenges. So if you guys are interested in joining the conversation, link is down in the description below. And by the way, guys, if you want to try this out with me using UX Pilot, I have a special link down in the description below. You get 15% off for watching this video. Just use the code BUILD15. So it all starts in UX Pilot, and I've done a bunch of videos on UX Pilot in the past. It's a great AI design tool to help you create different wireframes or even high-end designs. And over here, this is what it opens. So we have our studio where we can switch between wireframe or hi-fi design mode. In this case, we want to keep it at this hi-fi design, and I'm going to rewrite my prompt over here, and we want to create one single screen first just to kind of test everything out, and I'm going to enhance the prompt again. And as you can see, now we have product requirements. So we have this main product requirement, the purpose to enable users to efficiently monitor and manage leads, oversee project progress, and access social media post insights with a unified streamlined interface. And down here, we get our UI components that we can review. And what I like to do as well is turn on deep design and also switch on max. Now over here in the bottom, we have this theme selector. And I think this is a very, very important topic. I actually have another video that I'm going to link down below where you can learn a little bit more on how to really do this. But for example, I have these two different themes. I have this blog green theme that I can click on. And for example, I can preview this, how this looks like. It looks more like this. And then up here, I can switch to this one and it gives me like a completely other view. But let's say I want to use this default theme, which is like with this orange primary color. And as you can see, we have these nice orange and gray colors here and there. And then I can select 3 variants, for example, to generate. Then we click on generate and we get a few different options, some in light mode, some in dark mode. For example, if we have a specific preference, let's say that this one on the right we really like, I can create a flow, meaning that I can create more pages based on the context of this page. And down here, for example, I can reference this. I can click on reference over here and we can start adding screens. So I can, for example, say a social media overview page, click on add screen. We can do a project timeline page, add screen, and you can go on and on. Apart from this, you can also go up here and create different variations. So I can click on variations and we could do like a number of 3, click on generate. And I mean, the ideation process here is pretty much endless. You can continue on doing other things, but what you can do here is you can basically select one of these. For example, I want to select this variant and I can copy the design. So I'm just going to click on copy design and we get our design copied. So now I can open Figma. And when I'm inside of Figma, I can just go ahead and click on paste and we get our design here looking fantastic. And it, as you can see over here, I can start opening the frame and everything has auto layout applied, which is very important, especially when working with other designers and developers. And what's also really cool is that you can even start your design here in Figma via UX Pilot. And then you can look at all of your different generations that you've created. And again, let's say that I want to go back to one of my previous generations, maybe this one. It basically also adds it to my Figma project. And last but not least, once you start really going ham inside of UX Pilot and you start generating different pages for different types of screens or flows inside of your app or whatever it is that you're building, you can, for example, zoom out like this and I can select all of these different frames. And then up here, I can click on save for Figma. And then I can go back into Figma, open that UX Pilot plugin. And then as you can see, I get this group over here that I can then just click on this button. And as you can see, these 6 different frames are beginning to generate. And as you can see, we get our 6 different designs from UX Pilot into Figma, each one with a perfect auto layout structure. We get everything from UX Pilot, meaning the typography, the spacing, all of the layers are editable. So I can, for example, click on any layer and edit the text. And you can eventually use any of these components that come with the design that was created by UX Pilot to then reiterate and create further inside of Figma. And I know that those of you watching that still use Figma still collaborate with your PMs and your developers in Figma, but you can honestly use a tool like UX Pilot also for your PM. And if you're a PM watching this, for example, and you don't want to create designs inside of Figma, this is a great tool for you. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed today's workflow. Again, you can start that ideation process and that design process inside of UX Pilot. It's a very, very practical tip, especially if you are, for example, like a PM. You can use UX Pilot to start off the design, give your idea of how this overall structure should look like, and then turn that into an actual Figma file to give to your designers. So yeah, guys, let me know if you have any questions or comments below about this workflow. And again, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope to see you next time. Goodbye.